Good morning and welcome this beautiful spring morning in Tennessee. I am excited to see what will be coming today. What strikes me this morning is just how much we can be fooled by life, how we can get tricked by feeling that we're all alone, that somehow God has forgotten us. Our friends may have deserted us. We may be going through a very tough time. The truth is, we are never, never alone. And so today we're going to be working with that energy just to assure ourselves that no matter what's happening and no matter how dark things may look, that we not only have human people, of course, human people who are thinking of us and sending us loving energy, even though we may not be aware of it. But we also have an abundant team on the spiritual side where there are people wanting to help us on both sides of the veil, past ancestors, angels, and of course, the Creator who is waiting for us to come to the place. We're like, okay, look, I can't figure out why this stuff is happening, but all I know for sure is that I want to get through it and I want to be seeing better days. So if you can relate, you're in the right spot. I'm using this fire to represent the difficulties that we're going through as we start our reading with the beautiful Palo Santo, a healing tree that grows somewhere in South America, I believe. And when we put out the flame, the smoke that rises carries your desires, your wishes, everything that you're waiting for, everything that you're grieving about. All of these things can be lifted up and taken from you as you're willing to release them. So, thank you so much for being here. And let me just shift gears a little bit and explain how the readings are going to work. I'm going to do timestamps to divide the sections. I'm going to pull from the Oracle deck that is all about dogs. Do you know how to spell dog backwards by chance? Put it into the comments below if you know the answer to that little quiz. And this is the Divine Dog Oracle. And so we're going to be using this for our reading. We are also going to be using a brand new tarot deck that I just received. And those of you who were with me on Thursday night, I unveiled it. And so I'm going to pull the card from the bottom of the deck. This is what you're not seeing today. This is the theme of our readings and also lets you take a peek at this new deck I'm so excited to be using. And it is the Nine of Swords. So you can see that Murphy, my companion, is now has a tarot deck for himself. I am finding so much delight in using this tarot deck. And when I look at Murphy sitting on the bed losing sleep, do you know that animals can pick up on our mood and that they can easily feel our feelings even before we feel them? And so Murphy is here to remind us that when we're up at night, when our concerns are flooding over us and we cannot sleep, that's the time we need that touch from spirit even more deeply. And so, Murphy, thank you for coming to our reading today. Those of you who follow me regularly know that frequently he will bark during a reading. And so we'll see if that's the case. Right now, he's peacefully sleeping in the other room. Now, at the end of each set, I'm going to be drawing yes, no card or sticks from my yes, no deck. And so to personalize the reading, after I do a set, you will get to choose a yes no question, hold it in your heart, and I will be drawing from these indicators and let you know if you are receiving a yes and a no. So much for the introduction and for setting our intentions. And now we are going to dive right in. So, to pick our very first card for this section of the readings today, I'm going to draw one of these Divine Dog Oracle cards to give us our guidance to start. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for bringing your time, your love, and your attention to today's reading. And this will be the theme of our first set: endurance. Keep your eye on the ball. Okay, so what I'm picking up from this card is there's a level of fatigue going on, that you have been going through something that has been draining you. When I look at the figure in the background, see how she's out of focus. She doesn't look very excited to be playing with the dog. She's standing there with a sense of not being focused, fatigued, and just kind of tired of what's going on. So, this is going to be what we are going to focus on here. The first reading is for people who are feeling worn out. So, let's move on and pick our tarot cards. Hi, Kimmy. Welcome. What is it that's draining you? What does Spirit want you to know about endurance and what you need to just keep playing the game? If you feel like this is you and you want to claim this knowledge about endurance and what you need to be aware of, hit the thumbs up. Use that as a signal of your desire to find an answer. Why have things been so hard? What do you need to know? And what's coming next? And at the end of this section, I'll be drawing from the yes no cards or sticks so that you can get a personal answer. So here are our cards. And then I'm going to add one for the bottom of the deck. This is what you're not seeing about your situation. Once again, these cards are for people who are tired. You've been going through something for a long time and you don't see what's going to happen next. So our first card here, the Four of Swords. And their middle card is, oh, the Magician. This is good news. Something's coming quickly here. Your time of waiting is coming to a close. And the King of Wands. Oh, yes, this is very, very good news. If you have been enduring something, you've been going through a time where you may have felt, in fact, you may have chosen to take a break. You may have decided with this Four of Swords energy, you haven't known what to do next. So you've kind of given up, but not given up on your dream. You've just given up on trying so hard. If you have been pushing and creating a lot of effort to getting what you're wanting, Spirit is definitely here with a message to you to let you know that striving too hard and forgetting the importance of self care, taking care of yourself, resting. All of these parts of the manifesting cycle are so important. When I look at this card, has been on my, in fact, I have it on my screensaver on my phone to remind me the importance of rest. And if you have a dog like I do, Murphy, frequently when I'm laying down, Murphy will come and cuddle right next to me. When I lay down to take a nap, he's confused because usually it only happens at night. But what I've been noticing as I've been meditating with this card, can you see the light coming through the window? Even though you've been trying so hard and you're not sure what's going to happen to next or what step you should take, Spirit has been shining light through to you. There's a part of you that truly understands how, I'm thinking of the word fated, how sure the news is that's coming toward you. As you pause, as you go within and rest, even for 15 seconds, I'm not even kidding. Closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths will bring you to a centered place where you will start to feel the emotional support that's coming your way. Keisha, you're here. Keisha's been one of my most beautiful followers of my channel and always puts positive energy in. And I just feel goosebumps when I see your name, Keisha. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. So going forward, the Magician. This is such a wonderful, I'm going to say the word juxtaposition. It's like a great combination because within you, where spirit meets your imagination within you, that's where all the ideas come from. When you're trying to manifest, you will always manifest ideas first. Many times we need a new job, we need someone to love us, we're feeling frustrated at our family, and we keep hoping that an answer will manifest itself. And what Spirit wants you to know is that what comes first are ideas. And look at this figure eight, two of them, one above the head for the mind, one around the self, that your place of receiving ideas is in a quiet within you. Okay. So as you're moving forward and you're learning how to rest in spirit, you are promised ideas to draw you forward. Okay. The King of Wands is here. The King of Wands and the Magician together are a perfect power couple. If you need to believe Spirit is guiding you, hit the thumbs up right now. Allow yourself to connect with me in spirit to receive this message. If you're needing guidance, Spirit who lives within you is the only source. I know some of you enjoy listening to my readings, and believe me, I appreciate that. But I am here constantly to encourage you and teach you that you have an inner being. Your inner being loves you so much. It's indescribable. Any humans who have loved you in your life so far are just a shadow compared to how your inner being feels about you. When you are submitted, when you're surrendered to rest and meditation, spirit reaches you most closely. If we run, we go into fear and doubt and insecurity. When we run from spirit and turn our back, what happens is spirit never leaves us, ever. It's a constant connection. But if we get lost in doubt and fear, we forget that we have this inner being. There's no accident you're on this reading today. Let me just put her down here. There's no accident because you are on a road to recovery. Your ability to plug into your imagination and your guidance is going to change you. I can promise because it's changed me as I have gone forward through horrific experiences with my health, with my family, nightmare after nightmare in some ways. I have stepped through the fire and I've gotten to where I am today. When I look at this King of Wands, I see the fire in the background, and it just reminds me that sometimes we need to address where we've come from, how far you've come. So, a good piece of advice for you today is to write a list of the things you have overcome. There's been people who have passed away in your past, and you were so lost in grief, you didn't think life would go farther, but it did. There are times when people disappointed you, and it hurt so bad, didn't it? But you got through it. The King of Wands is encouraging us to grab on to the fact that we have gotten through tough times before and we're on our way again to overcome a major issue. Can you see the lions on either side of Murphy? You may want to look up the spiritual meaning of lion in your, just use Google and just pop in the window the spiritual meaning of lion. If somebody wants to do that for me right now, you could paste it into the chat and teach us because this is, I have a feeling I know the spiritual meaning of lion, but I want for you to discover it for yourself. Okay. So, with this time, where there's something you're not seeing, my friend, and I'm going to give you a chance to ask a yes no question and receive a personal answer here in just a minute. This is what you're not seeing. Oh, look, this energy makes me smile ear to ear. Look at how confident This pup, my dear Murphy, look how confident he is standing there. He's got green on, and green is the color of the of your heart chakra, about love, but it's also the color of money, at least in my culture. Okay, so look at how he's setting his paw on that pentacle. Page of Pentacles is all about learning. This pup is eager. Murphy wants to learn. I give him treats. He knows how to do tricks. And this is exactly the look on his face. When I ask him to go down or roll over, he looks at me eagerly because he knows there's a reward coming. So, what do you need to learn? What you're not seeing is that there's something you can learn on your way to what you're desiring. If you're looking for a new job, what skill can you brush up on? What area of expertise can you learn that makes you more hireable? If you are not a native English speaker, one of the most um, lucrative skills you can learn is becoming fluent in English. There are so many jobs online right now where if you had fluency in two or more languages, you're going to be of high value. All right. So as you're going forward here, what you're not seeing is that you have a current opportunity with eager desire to learn. There is a part of you, a part of your personality that's eager, excited. What can I learn now? Wonderful, wonderful reading for someone. This first set is about someone who has been waiting for a while. You feel worn out, you feel fatigued. The endurance is what spirit is wanting for you to carry forward. The thrower of the ball is exhausted and out of focus, but the dog keeps playing and playing and playing. The goal is out of focus, but the dog is completely in tune. This is your call, my friend. Use this time rather than being upset with the universe or saying, why do I have to wait? Instead, learn what you can learn here. This is one of my favorite affirmations. Even though I don't know how, I'm learning what I need to now. Even though I don't know how, I'm finding my new job right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm moving on from my painful past right now. Now it's your turn. Who wants to have a reading? This is your chance. Think of a yes no question. Okay. Think of a yes no question, something that can be answered yes or no. And then I'm going to draw three of these sticks. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Celestial, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you guys for being here. Aura Shine, I see you. Who else is Bakisha? I said Kimmy. Thank you so much. And for those of you who have not made a comment yet, I'm so glad you're here. You're here just in time. So you hold on to your question, yes or no, and I'm going to draw your personal reading right now. So, yes or no, number one. I love you too, Keisha. Keisha has been so faithful. She leaves messages on my little videos just about every day. Girl, I love you. Okay, so yes, no question number one. Selema, oh, welcome. Okay, so this is your question, asking your yes, no question. And we have, okay, we are getting for question number one. If you've picked number one to be your number, the answer is no. The bird of happiness has prepared a delightful surprise for you. Down the road, there will be unexpected success, a flawless feeling of completion. You are gifted by fate with the tools you need to eventually find the effective self realization that you need. Remember that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So, Selema, what this is showing me is that it's not time for you to quit this current job. What Spirit wants you to know is that gratitude will unlock whatever it is that you're learning right now. Remember, there is a reward when you get to the goal. Remember that as you feel this fatigue right now, as you focus on your own heart, and gratitude. So, what you do is every day you allow yourself to think of something that is okay about your current situation. It may be that it may be that there's a person there that you enjoy. It could be that there's one part of the job that is okay. So by acknowledging, even though it's not perfect, I love my job today. Now, Salama, I know this is not easy. For those of you who are frustrated right now, believe me, I get it. But being able to align yourself with appreciation for where you are right now will unlock the timing so that when it comes time to move on, Salama, you will know it in your heart. Practice that gratitude right now and be willing to learn what it is you can learn there that will give you the positive experience you need right now. So, number two, if you guys want to pick number two as your yes no question, this is for you. And again, we have another no, but don't let that discourage you. A whirlwind of events invites chaos. Fortunately, the illusory nature of the situation quickly dissipates. It is replaced by an invigorating sense of hope, an inspiring sense of inviolability, and an invulnerable sense of confidence. Troubles and obstacles strengthen you. So there is something going on right now for you where you want to have this answer be a yes. You have been praying that you would get a yes, but Spirit is saying that it's too chaotic. Right now is the time to settle back and wait. A no is just a not yet. Okay, let's pick one more yes no question about your current situation. And once again, we have a no. Okay, so I know you are tired of going through this drama. Let's see what Spirit has to say. The clockwork of the huge, hulking machine of change will chug faster and faster, accelerating everything around you. Many new people come into your life bringing unusual but bright opportunities. You will not notice how the change smoothly alters your attitude and perception of the situation. Again, this is a strong not yet. So, for whatever you are asking, Spirit is encouraging you to be patient. I know it is not easy. In fact, somebody told me once, be careful not to pay for patience. Pray for patience because then your life is going to deliver circumstances to make you patient. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Keisha, her mother passed away 3 years ago, and you miss her. So let's use that energy today. Let's right now, we'll go into our second set of readings. Again, I will putting time, I'm going to put timestamps into the chat right after the reading so that you can find these topical readings for today. So, Murphy, let's see what Murphy has to say about mother's love, Mother's Day. My own mom passed away many, many years ago now, and she and I had a very complicated relationship. It was extraordinarily difficult when she was here on the planet. I was with her when the very moment she passed away, I was holding her hand, and it was a deep and profound healing experience. And so let's move to the cards right now and let's ask Spirit to bless us for Mother's Day. Those of you who are moms, who are in separation, are you in no contact with your mom because she's on the other side or because you guys have had some struggle? Do you live far away from your mom? Let's do a Mother's Day reading. And again, we're going to pull from the Divine Dog Oracle. And remember, does anybody know how to spell dog backwards? What is dog spelled backwards? Add it to the chat below. One of the main reasons I love having pets is because they totally remind me of how loved we are, right? Dogs are amazing creatures. Come on now, you guys, print in there. Celestial, how do you spell dog backwards? Okay, so we're drawing. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And we're going to pull our oracle first. What does the divine want us to remember with mother energy? Gratitude. Take a breath. Already, gratitude is showing itself as a theme for today's reading. No matter what, no matter what, no matter where she is, no matter what your connection is with your mom, let's all just pause for a second and give thanks for who she is, who she was. And also, if you're someone like me, and I believe that spirit is real, I do. I believe that when spirits pass to the other side, they are real over there. And so, Keisha, your mom is still sending you so much love. All we have to do is be receivers of that love. And for those of you who have had a difficult time with your mom, or you feel there's something broken there, just know that the overall love that is available to us is especially available when our hearts are broken. Okay? So let's move on to the tarot. What is it around mother energy that's here today? What is it spirit wants us to know? Yeah. That's the thing. And being so grateful, Keisha, right? Because some people don't have a best friend relationship with their mom. For some people, it's a painful relationship. And yet for you, she was such a close friend. And now here she is on the other side. And it seems like you can't reach her, or it seems like you can't feel her love. So let's see what the cards have for us right now. Oh, this is the card that's at the bottom of the deck. It's what you're not seeing. And then I will be pulling 3 yes, no questions for you guys to personalize this reading. So please hang out to the end of this section. And if you can't, I will be time stamping. So let's pull the cards. The 3 of Cups. What strikes you? What do you see in this art that gets your attention, my friends? And next, the Page of Cups. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, you guys. This is such a good message. And I do feel like I do sense that the importance of this reading is for people who have a grandmother or a mom that's already passed. Knight of Swords. Okay. If you're aligned, you want to receive a message around mother energy, hit that thumbs up, complete the circle of influence. Wishbone, oh gosh, I'm going to look that up. Celestial, this is my dog Murphy. This is actually him in this deck, and I am so excited to be using this deck because Murphy is an angel in my life. He's just such a spiritual teacher. I love him so much, and it just fills my heart with so much joy when I read these cards with the energy of Murphy. So thank you, and I'm going to Google and look up wishbone. I can't wait to see what it is. And interesting that you're bringing up a childhood show right now, Celestial, because this is about mother energy when we were all children. And I want to tell you, I'm a mom and a grandmother now, and my children are in their 40s. And I have to guard my heart from not feeling guilty about the mistakes that I made raising them. I just feel when they have pain in their life, I feel their pain. And sometimes I think if I would have raised them differently, maybe they wouldn't suffer. And so just understand, you guys, everyone that's listening, that your mom did the best she could with what she knew how to do. Okay. And so we do need to, I can't wait to look at what we're not seeing here. But this Three of Cups is a very joyful energy. It's about gathering together with like-hearted people. So those of you who are listening to my voice right now and you're feeling with Mother's Day tomorrow, there's some sort of unsettledness, that there's some sort of incompleteness, that Spirit is calling you to remember that the love of a mother, the way it was designed before humans got in the way and let so many of our own dramas interfere with what's possible, that the love of a mother is just a shadow of the love of Spirit for you. Our inner being, which is the collective energy of Spirit within our heart, is always broadcasting love. When we don't feel loved, it's because something in our ability to receive love is missing because of brokenness and disappointment from other humans. Put your hand on your heart right now, would you, everyone? Put your hand on your heart and feel what it feels like, the pressure of your hand covering your own heart. And let's take 3 breaths together just for our heart in recognition of the love that's there from Spirit. Take a breath in and release. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. Celestial, I feel you. I spent a lot of time in conflict with my mom, a lot of time when she cut me out of her life. And it was so ironic and a blessing that miraculously I could see her as she passed. Also, she did um, she did apologize to me 4 times when she was on her deathbed, and it did change my life. And I feel my see how my voice is getting kind of scratchy here. Let me take a sip of my tea. Excuse me. What I can tell you, that Spirit made a miraculous healing for me with my mom. And what Spirit does for me, Spirit can do for everyone. And if you want to speak to me privately, please click the Manifest Faster. It has contact information on there, and you can reach out, and I would be happy to support you. Okay. So, what this Three of Cups is asking us is to get connected. Get connected. In fact, everybody, if you're watching me, can you write that in the comments below so that you can claim this? Get connected. Get connected. There are people around you right now who can shower love on you. Now, before you argue with me, I want you to know that the number one way to get connected is to be a volunteer somewhere. When you give your time, energy, and presence to something in your world, It could be a food pantry. It could be where I volunteer is a place called the Helping Hand, and they provide food and clothing for people who are down on their luck. Many homeless people come. They receive warm meals, and they also can shop in the resale shop for kitchen supplies and clothing. What I do there is I just help organize the thrift shop. It makes me feel emotional because it's been so humbling to see people who are needy and then being able to help them with no agenda. I'm not expecting anything from them. I don't get paid for my time to be there. But I have met two friends, and I'm going to name them here. One is named Jessica, and one is named Carolyn. These are other volunteers. For the 4 years I've been in Tennessee, I've had trouble connecting with the people here. And it wasn't until I volunteered. One of them, Carolyn, asked me to go fishing. You guys, I love to go fishing. It's been decades. She's older than me. I'm 73. She's older than me. She invited me to her favorite lake where we went, and we stopped to get minnows in the bait shop. I knew how to bait my own hook, which I could do, and we caught some little crappies and we released them back into the wild. And it was incredible and fun, joyful in a way that I felt this celebration energy. So we cannot afford to be complaining about the fact that our mom isn't here to love us. We must take responsibility and connect to the divine mother within. This is such a great reading. We move to the Page of Cups. Now, in this card, Murphy, and you guys who are watching, if you're new to me, this is my dog. Excuse me. Excuse me. I can hardly look at this card because that's how he looks at me. The artist that helped me create this deck um, was able to capture so much healing because the Page of Cups is about learning about love. The Page of Cups invites us to honor the pain that we've been through, to dress it up in this Hawaiian shirt and this wonderful hat, to be able to say, even though it's been tough, even though I just can't have what I want, that my mom's not able to love me in a way that I would wish that she could, but that we are still connected in spirit. And I need to learn a new way to love. I need to focus. Okay, my mom may not be there for me. What can I do to help myself connect? What can I do to feel loved through spirit and not just through people? Because humans, God love them. I mean, I right now I'm single, and I quite frankly love being single. And I always say dogs are easier than men. No offense to any men that could be listening to me right now. But the truth is, the devotion that a dog has for you is deeply, deeply fulfilling and lifelong companions. I think it was the Dalai Lama who said that the world will be healed by the hearts of the Western women. That as we step into healing and learn about love, that we will change the world. Now, you may not be able to change the big world and the horrible stuff that's going on out there. Well, maybe not, but you can start by healing yourself. And so, if you're a person who really, really misses your mom, the thing to do first is find somewhere to volunteer. It's free. It's free. It's no cost. It's cheaper than therapy. It's cheaper than getting a tarot reading, although I would love to do a reading for you, of course. but volunteering will absolutely change your life. It's a guarantee. So, Spirit is saying, now I got my balance back. Let me sip my tea. Mm. Spirit is saying that change is coming quickly. Okay. This is a beautiful card of potential. As Murphy is now riding on this horse, and you can see how the cape is flying out behind him. Blue is the color of your throat chakra. Okay, where's my little pointer? So we have blue represented twice here with the wind blowing from the future. Your ability to become healed from your mother energy, whatever it is. I'm a mom. I know I made mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes I made is, I'm just going to tell this carefully because I don't want to betray any confidences. Okay. So there was a time in my life where I needed to tell my children some very troubling news. And I made the mistake of letting my daughter tell my son. It felt right to me at the time for some reason. I don't know why, but I just felt that the news coming from her would be easier for my son. Well, little do I know, I really hurt his feelings and I totally didn't mean to. And so moms make mistakes that are innocent, and some moms make mistakes that aren't so innocent, and they're troubled and they may have mental illness. And some moms have passed away. And sometimes we're even angry that they passed away and abandoned us. But the truth is, as you change how you think about your mom right now, whatever the issues, you are going to usher in a major shift in your own self confidence and in your own walk in the world. Currently, I'm doing some art therapy. I love it. I'm doing it online. I found a couple of teachers that teach art therapy online. It's fabulous, you guys. As I doodle, and you know, I love to do doodling and stuff like that. They're teaching me how to heal my heart with art, and I'm over the moon. I know it's impacting my readings because my creativity is impacted by healing from my past. Okay, so Murphy is saying, don't be afraid to learn what you need to learn to fill the gaps within your experience around your mom. Okay. This is what we're not seeing. Ah, I love this. Playfulness. First of all, have you ever played fetch with a dog? Murphy will run for a ball and run it back to me fast as a bullet. And the idea of having playful energy is very, very important for you. That is what's happening with these two threes that are showing up. You will have pleasure and fun as you step out as a volunteer. And also, the true meaning of the Three of Wands is being ready for a new adventure. Being ready for a new adventure. You are. Now, you may feel that you can't move on because you miss your mom so much. Or you may feel that because of the way you were raised, you're, I'm going to use the word cursed. It's like nothing but bad news happens. You can't keep a job, or you're struggling to find a partner. And this day, today, the day before Mother's Day, Spirit is here to affirm that your future is bright ahead of you. It is a new adventure. Every day's a new adventure. If you resonate with this, write down in the comments, I'm ready for a new adventure. Because when it comes to love, there's never a short supply. When we feel that humans are disappointing us, we just need to remember how very much Spirit loves us. Okay. Look at the gold on the sea, the beautiful gold reflection. Something of high value is coming your way. You can't see it yet, but it's there. Excellent, Celestial. I love when you hang out here, Celestial. Be ready for a new adventure in love. If you feel limited because the way you grew up was not what you wanted, that's just a story that you've been telling yourself over time. And we need to go forward with belief. You are a bright star in God's sky. You are a bright star. I wonder if I can show you guys this. I don't think I want to get my art therapy piece that I just made. I'm not sure how much of it you're going to be able to see, but the direction was to draw an image of a symbol from the other work that we did. And water kept showing up in the work that I was doing. And I thought, well, how do you draw water? And I was frustrated. It, I just felt instantly like I can't do this. It's too hard. And then the teacher said, you can go to Google and look up images of whatever your symbol is, and you can use that. So I looked up, okay, you can see this. Okay. So I looked up water, and this was a symbol of water. And I loved it. I thought, okay, good, I can do that. So I drew the symbol, and it doesn't look very good compared to the one on Google because the lines were even or whatever. And I noticed perfectionism right away. I was like, oh, it wasn't perfect, but I just embraced it. I thought, whatever, I'm going to do it. And then I had this huge white background, and I thought, what in the world can I put in the background? And the idea came to me to make stars. So I made all these stars with just a marker. And then they didn't show up as much. So then I just took my pencil, and the color of the pencil was called burnt umber. And I thought about burning and how much there's so much pain that I've gone through in my life so many times when I felt burnt. And yet, so anyway, so then I went and looked up the meaning of water, and what it is. It's like the womb. It's the seat. It's a seat of healing. It's a symbol of spirit and healing. And then I used watercolor to paint the blue because it was white. And then with all these stars, stars are a sign of healing. Okay. And also, they're not perfect at all. They're not perfect. And I have two enemies when it comes to my life: procrastination and perfectionism. And so, this art therapy that I'm doing is helping me to just look at things a different way. And so, what I'm seeing now is there's so much joyfulness in all of these stars everywhere. And it's a symbol to me of all the countless little tiny things that happen in our life that are things we can be grateful for. Honestly, the fact that you're here for this reading, and you can hear maybe one idea that lifts your spirits. And remember, Spirit is asking us right now to be grateful. And even though our relationship with our mom is not perfect, the reality is there's always something to give thanks for. And because some of you, she was just a birth canal. Your mom may have left you, abandoned you in some way, but you're here on the planet because of her, right? So as we're working to become our highest version of ourself, let us release any old anger or resentments we have towards the people that brought us up. Let us become grateful for whatever we can. I feel like that's almost a boring message, and I don't mean it to be that way because we hear the gratitude message all the time, but it's practical for us. Okay, moving forward, this is your time to grab a personal reading here. I have these yes, no sticks, and they will tell us yes or no. So I'm going to pull three of them. So ask your question. You don't have to put it in the chat. Just go ahead and think in your mind, what do you want to know? And then let's see here what our first answer is. So question number one. Question number one, man, spirit is on a run today because we're getting a lot of no. Now, remember, no in my world means not yet, but let's see what spirit has to say. You will awaken from the call of great deeds. Big victories are not far away. They come to you naturally because you possess the polished qualities of a leader. Your confidence in the future strengthens. How could it not? So there's something about your insistence that you want to have a yes. Okay, so there's some effort, there's some pushy energy going on for you, and spirit is just asking you to calm the heck down, slow down, and allow things to unfold organically. Okay, so question number two. Question number two, we have a yes. And I'm glad because we've been stringing those no's, haven't we? So if you've asked a question, this is your answer. It's a yes. A tailwind of change brings you intriguing news. This is a great chance to take advantage of your position. You conclude the work you have started and radically strengthen your position. You are ablaze with inner strength and magnetic energy. Nothing can stop you. Love it. Love it. One more question for this set. This is question number three, yes or no. And we have a yes. That judging you hear is the jingling. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. The jingling that you hear is the tambourine of good luck. It is soundtracking your stable ascent towards the pinnacle of success. Your intuition guides you in the right direction, syncing your position with both stability and prosperity. Thank you very much, Spirit. Okay, moving forward. And let's see, Vincenz, welcome. Oh, Keisha, you have a dog. What's your dog's name? Aren't dogs wonderful? I'm telling you. Celestial's ready for a new adventure. Keisha's been on the job for 27 years. That is a blessing. It totally is a blessing. Ready for a new adventure. And how fortunate you are, Keisha, that your mom and your grandma raised you right. Keisha, I'm going to strongly recommend that you look for a volunteer opportunity. I never knew when I started to volunteer what would happen. And the two friends that have gathered into my life right now are just such a blessing. Jean, aw, that's a cute name. Minja Bear. I've been looking at this deck for my white German girl who passed. Oh my gosh. Yes. Do you have these cards also, Minja? I just can't believe. I mean, today this deck proved itself. I knew that healing would come through this deck. I don't think I recognized that how much healing would come to myself. But this Page of Cups, the message of this card is to be willing to learn how to adjust to love, not to demand that love be what we want it to be, that we can adjust ourselves to what our inner being has for us. Okay, cool, cool. All right, moving forward, I'm going to go back to my Divine Dog deck. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we've talked about endurance, and needing to stand in our place as things are happening around us. And then our second set was all about mother energy because it's Mother's Day coming up, and we wanted to touch base with what Spirit had for us for Mother's Day. So now let's draw one of the divine um, dog oracle cards to direct us to the next set of cards. And so, what's this reading going to be about, Spirit? Now, whenever a card shows up upside down, I always figure that Spirit's saying, this is important. This is like putting an exclamation point on it and say, this is an important message for you. If you're here right now, no accident. Leading, step out in front. Okay, so somebody that's watching, you have been avoiding leadership. Okay, you've been afraid to step out in front. You have been very clear um, that you enjoy following. Okay, that you are this happy dog. You don't mind following. It's perfectly fine for you. There's no need for you to be a leader. There's a lot of other leaders in your life, but spirit has a different idea. I can't wait to see what Murphy has to say. If we look at this dog here, the lead dog is very happy, right? And tongue flapping out of the mouth and running along. And these dogs seem to be happy as followers, don't they? They seem to be, but that's not true for you, my friend. There's something that you have been avoiding. You may have been asked to be on some sort of committee. You may have been um, you may get just an inner nudge. There's a part of you that is wanting to lead, and you're not acknowledging it. You're not moving forward. So this card is for the reluctant leader. If you have a if you fit, if you feel like you kind of know you're supposed to be leading somebody and you're avoiding it, this is your reading. Okay, so let's get our cards. I can't wait to see what the tarot has for us. The reluctant leader spirit. What do you have to encourage our friends? They're supposed, oh, this one flipped itself right to them. Okay, there they are. They just flipped themselves right out. So let me line them up. What the message is for my friends who are reluctant leaders. Something in your life is calling you to step out and lead, and you're saying, what? Who, me? You gotta be kidding me. And that's what we're going to attack next. At the end of this set, I will be pulling the yes no cards, excuse me, the sticks, so you can receive a personal reading from the yes no sticks. That'll come at the end. Okay. Let's see what's here. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to pull all of them before the reluctant leader, stalling, juggling. Oh, the Hermit. Yep, somebody here watching me. You don't want to lead. You're not, and you've put yourself into the deep freeze. There's a part of you that's closed off from the leadership that's coming your way. Ah, the Nine of Cups. And it's so ironic because there's nothing but blessings at the other side of this, you guys. There's nothing but blessings that's ahead of you. So we have this reluctant leader who's stalling, standing in one place and studying. It's like the Hermit card is all about soul searching and separating oneself for wisdom. We're not going to look at the card at the bottom of the deck yet. We will look at it at the close of this reading up here. So the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is all about, for me, is about life work balance. It's being able to juggle between work and life. And it's so important. In fact, oh gosh, I just thought of something. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Minnow Pond Tarot. That's Chris Reck. And I actually took his class 4 years ago to learn to deepen my experience with the tarot. And he always says that whenever you see polka dots, and that makes me appreciate Murphy even more. Whenever you see polka dots, it's playful energy. It's spirit saying, look, you need to be more playful. You need to lighten up. So, the very first thing I'm wanting you to know, oh reluctant leader, is that it's not what you think it is. It's not so stormy that you will lose yourself. It isn't. It's not going to crack your world wide open. What's happening is you are denying a gift. Okay, you have something to offer. You have felt doubtful and fearful about it, but there's no escaping it. You're at a place where your circumstances are tightly involved with you taking an action step. Your time of being a hermit is finished. Hermits like to go off and be by themselves, don't they? They will bury themselves in a cave and they will just what inner like a inner vision quest, right? So they're seeking what it is that they think is right for them. They don't want to make a mistake. They're seeking spirit. And there is some threat that you may be feeling, reluctant leader, because you might be saying stuff to yourself, well, I don't like to manage people, or I don't like to be in charge of things. You may be saying that internally, but there's a battle going on, like a tug of war, because you are called to lead. And what you're not seeing is that once you get there, look at how comfortable. This is Murphy. This is my dog, for you guys who are not familiar with me yet. Look at what Murphy, that look on his face. He's completely comfortable at rest with this Nine of Pentacles, excuse me, the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfilled. So, ironically, when you're reluctant or avoiding leadership, you're stealing from yourself. No kidding, because there's a wish fulfilled. It's going to be in the people you meet, it will be in the accomplishment that you're going to feel. And there is stability here. On very few of these cards, there are numbers. And at first, when they came, I thought, well, what's that number doing there? This number is lucky, the 4 4. So you may want to look it up. In fact, I'm Celestial. If you're still here, if you want to look up the number 4 4, the spiritual meaning, and copy and paste it into the stream, I would love that, because 4 is the number of stability, right? If you want to feel stable, you have to stop avoiding the leadership, right? Now, there's another spin on this. It might be that you have been trapped in a relationship and this may not be true for everyone, but you may be in a relationship that's not working for you anymore. And there is a storm in the background, and you have been trying so hard to keep your balance. You've been on your back feet. Notice that your back feet, a dog is not intended to live walking on their back feet, right? So it could be that if you've been in a situation where you need to walk away, you need to be a leader for yourself, okay? And praying and hoping that God would change your situation what God is saying is you have to take responsibility for your own life. Your wish fulfilled could be for you on a private in your personal life to lead yourself where you need to go out of your current situation. Celestial, thank you. Thank you, Celestial Moon Bunny. Seeing the number 44 is a powerful sign of stability, divine protection, and encouragement from the universe. I have goosebumps running up and down my arms. This is time, whatever it is in the area of leadership, search your heart. Where are you avoiding leadership? For many of my clients, it's self leadership, it's being the boss of your own mind. It's taking control of where your thoughts are guiding you. And so, if that's you, gosh, I am cheering you on. It's so important that you take the steps you need to feel into your future. Again, counseling is helpful. Art therapy is helpful. Tarot readings are helpful. Tapping is helpful. These are all things that I know about, and I would love to help you. You can receive a personal reading from me with a simple click to my website, manifestfaster.com. Don't delay. If you need support, I'm here for you. Okay, let's look at what you're not seeing. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups and Chris Reck over at Minnow Pond, he's the one that taught me that the Five of Cups is about crying over spilt milk. This is a focus on what has not worked out. It's a focus and internally, and not believing that you deserve success, not believing that God will protect you, not believing that you are truly a leader. What I'm feeling, this is again, the position is what you're not seeing. So, what you're not seeing is that being a hermit is not going to bring you your wish, that your time of being a hermit must finish and you need to take the next logical steps. What Murphy is not seeing here, bless his heart, he's so busy being disappointed about those spilled cups. But can you see the cups in the background? Can you see them? Here they are. Two cups filled with provision, filled with hope, encouragement, and the ability to move forward. Don't stay stuck. If you don't know how to stop being stuck, reach out to me. I'm here for you. There's a contact form on my website that you can just fill out, let me know what's going on. And at the very least, I can send you some resources. There are some YouTube videos that I use personally that have helped me take leadership over my own bad habits and to lead myself into the next stage that I'm waiting for. Okay. So this is really awesome. Where's our that there's remember that's why are we doing this leadership deal? Because of this card. Spirit guided us to this card. It's time to step out in front, guys. And it believe me, taking that action step is going to change everything. Are you going to be nervous? Probably. Are you going to be guaranteed of success? No, because this step is just the first step, guiding you to your wish. Some of us can take an action step and we get the wish fulfilled immediately, and that's awesome. Others of us are just acknowledging that we just need to take the next logical step in order to get our wish. Okay, are you ready for your personal reading? If you're here right now, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. At the end of each section, these will be time stamped, these topical readings. I'm going to have you hold in your mind a yes no question, and then I will be drawing three different sticks to get your answer for you. So, yes, no, question number one. And we have a no. A tornado of unpredictable events is twisting by. It will be replaced by a series of quiet but promising situations. It takes black clouds to make bright lightning. Use your unorthodox ideas for difficult problems to provide the burning satisfaction that you seek. There's something going on right now that is a not yet energy. Don't give up. The storm, the tornado that's happening right now needs to calm down so that you can hear the quiet of your heart. Okay, don't be discouraged. A no is simply a not yet. Question number two. Let's see here. Doink. And this one is a yes. The hurdy-gurdy of happy accidents spins circumstances in your favor. You possess complete control over this situation. It's encouraging you to move energetically and purposefully towards your bold dreams and ambitious desires. The sky is the limit. This is a hell yes, right? This is a do not wait for your situation. And our last one, we have another yes for you. Yes, it is the beginning of a delightfully new life cycle. Get ready for a deep emotional immersion into an amazing world. You may meet a mysterious stranger with an unusual talent who helps you speed up the completion of your plans. For some of you, this unusual, mysterious stranger is me because you need to be a leader. You know that you know it. Your heart is calling you forward, and you will be able to handle the challenges. Okay, I am so enjoying these readings today. I feel like each one is speaking to my own heart, and I'm glad y'all are along for the ride. Okay, I think we have time for a couple more, so we will do that. Um, and is there anybody? If you're new here, blessings upon you. I can't wait to pull our next reading from Spirit. What is it that Spirit has for us today? I'm using the Divine Dog oracle deck to uh, be my assistant. And this card right here is sticking out of the deck. So let's see. What does Spirit want us to know today? It's an important energy for you, my friend. Playfulness. Okay, workaholic. Do we have any workaholics in the house? Do we have anyone that doesn't have time for hobbies? Do we have anyone that scrolls, that scrolling is your fun? Scrolling through social media or scrolling through YouTube to watch for reels, watching for other people having fun? Could that be you? This message is especially for people who don't take time for fun. I mentioned earlier that I'm doing art therapy right now, which is very fun for me. And I, at first, when I started to try to do more art right now, I just couldn't. I stalled. I would procrastinate the whole day and not do any. And then I had a little saying that came into my mind, you guys. If there's work to be done, there's no time for fun. If there's work to be done, there's no time for fun. Now, I don't know where that came from. I really don't. But when I said it, it felt so true. So it could have been from my childhood. It could have been through people that I've known, demanding partners who have twisted my sense of what I need to do with my life. I don't know. But I knew it was true. Now, what do you do that's just for fun? What do you do? Do you crochet? Do you knit? What did you do when you were 10 years old for fun? Are you still doing it now? They're coloring. Coloring books are the fastest way to access the creative heart. And anybody can color, anybody can color. But the point is, though, that the stuckness you're feeling in your life is because there's not enough playfulness. So, puppy energy. Puppies are fabulous. Who loves puppies? They smell so good, don't they? They're so fun. They play and they use their baby teeth on your fingers like the puppies, puppy energy. If you can relate right now, here right now, even if you don't have a dog, have you ever touched a puppy? Hit the thumbs up and join this puppy energy. We need to have playfulness. Now, another thing is that playful, um, the playfulness here is destructive with these puppies, right? And um, oh, I love that, Keisha. Cook hawk wine to have funny time, talk to people. Awesome, wonderful. Art of all kinds. Diary of a Certified Mad Woman. I love you. I love that name. A certified mad woman. It was sister. Anyway, but sometimes you have to make sure there's nothing valuable when you're playful, right? My son, God love him, when he was like 4 years old, we had a rule about not throwing balls in the house. And of course, he couldn't resist. And he threw a ball that hit an antique of my grandmother's and it fell and broke. It was a plate. I was heartbroken, but it was my own fault for keeping that plate in a vulnerable position. Another time, I did leave a shoe out and he totally wrecked the shoe. So you can't blame a puppy because something's not prepared. So, anyway, puppy energy. So, let's see what Murphy has to say. Those of you who are new, I'm using a new deck that I had made for myself with my dog, Murphy, as the figure. And I am just loving it. So let's draw 3 cards for workaholics, people who have no time for fun. This is your message. Okay, drawing our cards. And we have one. After this set, I will be pulling sticks for yes, no answers. So you can have a personal pull here today. And then the bottom of the deck is always what you are not seeing about this workaholism, about this trying too hard, wasting time instead of having fun. Some of you would be benefited. Now, 7 7 is at the top of my stream here. We have 7 people here and 7 thumbs up. So you may want to look up the spiritual meaning of 77. This will probably be a blessing for you. Let's take a peek. When it comes to working too much, Ace of Wands. Okay, beautiful. Cannot wait to see what else is here. This is a beautiful card. Ace of Wands, the start of something new. And it almost looks like a magic wand, doesn't it? With that hand holding it and just lit up with fire. I already have an idea for what's going on here. Yeah, 7, I believe 7 is a lucky number. And so that's my gut on that. And then we have strength. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so powerful. You are, if you work too much, if you're a person who is all work and no play, this is robbing you. You have a thief within your personality that's stealing from you. Let's dig in and see. And the emperor. Oh, I kind of knew that this card was going to come up in one of our earlier readings about leadership because of the fact that we need to be our own leader. We must guide our life. You're the only one that's in charge of yourself. If you're working too hard, there is no other human who can tell you to stop. And even spirit, you may hear this message and be glad about it. 77 is once more at the top of my page. You may be of somebody who's avoiding being a leader of your own life. And this is critically important. I see Celestial. Thank you. Celestial, I would love to make you a moderator on my channel. Would you be willing? I can just pick, I can do it right now. Just to have you acknowledged as a helper and supporter to the channel. So let me know. I would love to have you be a moderator. The number 77, hi Tammy. The number 77 blah, 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 is a powerful spiritual symbol of awakening, deep intuition, and divine guidance, often appearing when you are undergoing significant personal transformation. Holy bleep, you guys, this is incredibly important. There is no accident that you are here with me right now. You are meant to hear this message. Something is out of balance in your life that's not allowing you to get where you want to go. There's a false belief that you're holding that you must work hard and create effort in everything. The little saying that came to my mind was, when there's work to be done, there's no time for fun. I don't know where that came for me, but it's playing out because it was February when Spirit came to me and asked me to make a major change on my channel. I have been posting short videos. They're like victory vitamins for a little bit more than 3 years. 3,000 of them I posted since 2022. And so Spirit came and said, enough. And at first, I didn't want to believe it because I do like making the short videos, but truthfully, it's not as much fun as it used to be. And I needed to lay them down. It did not feel comfortable for me. But what happened is I started doing art again for the first time in many, many years. So if I would have kept the work, what would have happened is that I would never have gotten to the place where I am right now with this deck that was given to me by the Spirit because my income changed and I was able to invest in these cards. I was able to volunteer and meet new friends. And so some of what I deeply desired only came because I took leadership over my own personality, the workaholic, go, 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 effort, 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 Catherine. I needed to say, girl, enough. You need to find a different way. So, okay, let me just see if I can do this, Celestial. Hold on. Let's see here. How do I do this? Mm, mm. Okay, celestial. Okay. Okay, Celestial, I don't know how to do this right now, so I will do it after the reading. I will make you a moderator, and then you will know the next time that you pop in. Okay, but thank you so much. I'm so eager to have your assistance. You've been intuitively right on my wavelength, and I appreciate that. So let's look at this Ace of Wands. Okay. So the Ace of Wands is something that we get excited about. Like if you're looking for a new relationship, oh man, you want to see this card fall. You're looking for a new job. Yes, this means something brand new is coming and the magic will be provided. It's the start of a new journey. Okay. So, but what we're seeing here is that he is definitely, Murphy, my friend, this is my dog, you guys, is excited about seeing this. There's no fear, right? When that fiery energy appears over his head, he didn't run away. And in a way that's not real, like a real dog, if it was seeing something fall out of the sky like that, would run. And so it's showing me that a part of you wants to run away from this message, that you don't have time for play. And even if you did, you wouldn't know how to do it. If this, what this dog wants is for somebody to play with him, to throw the stick so he can run and fetch. He's waiting for a change, and only you can do this. Only you can start the change that's happening for you. You can make a choice to be playful. Now, as I said in one of the earlier readings, whenever you see polka dots on a tarot card, it means that you need to be more playful. So, how ironic that Spirit would bring me a deck of cards where polka dots are on my dog. And every single card in this deck is a reminder, Catherine, have you played enough today? And I find play when I take Murphy for a walk, when I go into the woods near my house and walk the paths, when I smell a flower, when I find a penny on the ground, when I create art. Now for years when I created art, it was nothing but frustration. But I'm doing what's called art therapy right now, which is almost like journaling with images, and it's really helping me. It's changing my life, and I'm over the moon with gratitude about that. Remember, if this message is for you, and Spirit is saying it's time to find your inner puppy. Okay. It's time to find your inner puppy. Oh my gosh, it looks just like him. Oh, oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't even notice when I pulled the card. And just thinking of Murphy when he was a puppy. Now, because he's a Jack Russell mix, he's still got so much puppy energy, it's almost a little scary. But the point is that the strength we need is in our play. The strength you need, my friends, for going forward is in playfulness. I wish that I could reach through right now. I wish I could reach through and tap you on the shoulder and say, look, find playfulness. Find playfulness. What do you laugh at? One of the things that I laugh at a lot are bloopers on YouTube. I don't know why, but when I see bloopers, and you can look them up, there are thousands of videos out there, and I watch these people be silly, I laugh and laugh. Laugh is a result of playfulness, right? So you will have so much more strength. Your endurance will go up. Your ability to put up with life will be eternally changed. The eternity sign by incorporating playfulness. One last piece on this card, the white cape that Murphy's wearing is purity, is purity, pure fun. And now what we're seeing in the here in our third card is again the leadership card. We already had a leadership reading a little bit earlier, and I will have these time stamped. If you're curious, you could watch every one of these readings. I know it's a 90-minute video and it's too long to sit through, but each of these messages is all about self. It's about growing up, about facing your issues. Notice the shield that he's wearing on his chest. Your heart will be protected as you follow Spirit's advice. Spirit is all about protection, wanting you to be protected. Human protection is not nearly as effective as spiritual protection. Be your own leader, be the boss of you. Okay, fantastic. I love this. Just for fun, just for fun. Can you be playful? Let's see here. Almost afraid to, I don't want to mess this up. Okay. All right. What you're not seeing. What's what we're not seeing about this? I'm going to be, oh, wow. The Fool card. What you're not seeing, my friend, is that aligning yourself with some sort of fun, some sort of puppy energy, releasing your inner puppy is going to start a brand new life for you. It will be internally first, it will be in a sense of inner aha. Oh, I get it. And once you start flowing in this new energy that's connected to playfulness, you're going to be aligning with balance, and you must balance yourself from work and play. So many adults, I'm 73. I just started doing art for the first time in 25 years, and my life is being changed by allowing myself to make mistakes with art, so that if I make something that doesn't look how I wanted it to look, I don't care. I mean, the fact is that when you are a tiny child and you're coloring, you don't give a hoot if you go outside the lines. We need to connect to that part of ourself that knows how to be lighthearted. Remember, whenever you see polka dots in any tarot reading, because I know I'm not the only tarot reader that you listen to, I'm just one of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But each reading you look at, I want you to remember this reading. Miss Catherine taught me that whenever I see polka dots, it's a reminder from Spirit to have more fun. Got it? Your life will change. Notice all of these storm clouds, and yet the sun is coming out. If you're here right now, there is no accident. Spirit is trying to get your attention. Once again, I just love how I love my cards so much. They're my soulmate. But if you look at this, there's Murphy as a puppy. It looks just like him, except it's like he lives with access to his inner puppy. When I go out after I'm finished today and I grab a treat for him, when I grab a treat, he will be hopping and jumping like a little fool, and he will be so happy to get a treat. So I know owning a dog has changed my life. I cannot imagine my life without a dog over the last 15 years. Trust me, I've gone through so much. I went and moved to Mexico for 4 years. At 65, I decided that would be a good idea. So off I go to Mexico with my two dogs. And if I wouldn't have had them, I couldn't have done it. Okay. So remember that playfulness will always, always work. Start a new journey today, please. Teresa, welcome. Aw, thank you. I love my cards so much. And yes, that polka dot symbolism. I know most of the people that watch my readings go to many different tarot readers online, and I appreciate that. One of my favorites is called Above the Stars. I love her so much. You definitely want to check out Above the Stars. And another White Feather Tarot, I adore her also. So when you're visiting other tarot channels now, remember Miss Catherine taught me to watch for polka dots. Got it? Got it. Okay. So moving forward, let me just see if I can do something over here. Okay, hold on. I wonder if I can do it over here. Oh, there. Yay. I found a way. So, Celestial, you are now a moderator. Now, what you'll see, if it, there you are, see how you're, Thank you, thank you. Celestial, I can honestly, I have goosebumps all over me. Celestial, if you would please, I want you to do this for me, please. I don't want to be bossy. Well, yes, I do, because I am the boss of me. But I want you to please go to my channel, my website, Manifest Faster, and you will see at the last, just go ahead and scroll through. At the bottom is the contact session. I have a gift for you that I would like to give you. So please follow through to Manifest Faster and contact me in the contact form, and I will give you your gift. Thank you so much for stepping up. Now, I'm glad you're here. If you're new here, I'm so glad. I am Miss Catherine, and today we are looking at lots of different themes and what it is that we can learn from spirit. And so we've been through endurance, we've been through mother energy because of Mother's Day, we've been through gratitude, we've been through leadership and playfulness, and so all of that will be time stamped for you. And right now we have the number 99 at the top. I wonder what the lucky meaning of 99 is. Celestial, if you could look that up. Oh, I feel like I'm a doctor during surgery and I'm like, scalpel, please. And there you are as my assistant. And we're doing spiritual surgery here today. But don't be afraid, it doesn't hurt, I promise. So, yes, no questions. Let's see. I'm going to draw three sticks. So pick a, hey, Keisha, welcome back. I picked three sticks. And so if you have a yes, no question you want to ask, go right ahead. You don't have to ask me personally here on the stream. Just hold it in your heart. And our first answer is a no. Now remember that in my world, no means not quite. Okay. Oh, thank you, Celestial. The spiritual meaning of the number 99 centers on significant life cycles closing. Oh, personal transformation and the call to a higher purpose. Oh, I'm so grateful for that number because you guys, is it possible that you getting in touch with the puppy energy, that finding your inner puppy and starting a new world where you are open and available to playfulness, right? In fact, that would be fantastic if you want to claim that as your affirmation. I am open and available to playfulness. Go ahead and put it into the comments below. Is it true for you? Can you claim it? Put I claim it, or I am open and available for playfulness into the comments below. So let's get to our no. No. Behind every peak climbed, there will always be another peak to conquer. The way is open, but the fog of uncertainty has not yet lifted. Not until the wind of change injects you with bottomless energy that you need to climb any mountain. No mountain is too high and no problem is too hard. So, what's going on in your circumstance right now, it's not time to finish it. Remember that the answer that you want, it's not going to bring you happiness forever. It will bring you happiness for now, but Spirit wants you to be prepared for future mountains to climb. This is not bad news. A not yet is never bad news. Okay. Second question, hold a yes, no in your mind. This, if you're just joining me, I'm pulling yes, no answers. So go ahead and think of your question in your mind and we will take a peek. Yes, fate opens its gates of fortune for you, but not until you are actively involved in the resolution process. You discover the resources you need by accepting an unexpected offer, which invariably brings you stunning success and that rare chance to completely improve your life. I feel like this is connected to that leadership reading where you must take a chance to step out into leadership. You need to guide your own personality. You need to guide your life to accepting a new responsibility. Very excited for you, my friend. And one more. yes or no. And we have a yes. Victory and triumph are on your heels. You feel like the chosen favorite of fate. Respect from others comes as a worthy reward for a fair and balanced decision. This is the end of an unfavorable time and the beginning of an exciting new stage of life. Drop the baggage of the past and enjoy. Wonderful, wonderful reading. Now, let me just take a sip of tea. You guys, this has been a wonderful morning. Again, the number 99 is at the top of our cards of my chart of my screen. And just reading that meaning again, the spiritual meaning of the number 99 centers on significant life cycles closing, personal transformation, and the call to a higher purpose. This is for us. I'm supposed to close the reading right now. Normally, I limit to 90 minutes, but honestly, I really feel like I want to go on. What do you guys think? Would you like me to continue? Would it be beneficial for me to pull another group of cards? Let me know in the comments if you would like me to continue. If you've just arrived and you want a reading, let me know. I'm seeing the heart emojis. I'm seeing the heart emojis. Let me know if you would like me to continue. Just go ahead and add a comment. What do you think, Celestial? Are you up to be assisting for another set of cards? I'm seeing that. I feel like every one of those hearts that's getting posted is a vote for yes. So I'm interpreting it like that. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Celestial. And those of you who are new, oh, that one just popped out. Thank you so much for being here. I totally appreciate. Oh, I recognize you, Aya. You've been here before, haven't you? Listen, I need just to take a tiny break. I've been here for 90 minutes, and just want to stand up, stretch, and take a break. And so I'll be right back. Celestial, you can just remind people to hit the thumbs up, and if anybody new comes and wonders, you could let them know that I'm just taking a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited to continue doing the readings. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Can you hear me? Um, I just stepped outside to the garden. Murphy just popped up. Oh, Murphy just popped up, sit behind me. And I'm wondering if you can hear me. Okay, good. Murphy just hopped up behind me and he likes to sit behind me when I'm doing readings. I'm so grateful for that. And then I went outside and the sun is out and I had this wonderful little rose bush. There must be, I bet you there's 20 blossoms on it. It's so beautiful. And so I wanted to just um, add that to the energy of the reading. And we're going to go forward here for a little while. I'll set it right here. Oh, that's pretty there. Okay, so, you know what we haven't talked about? We haven't done a love reading. So I'm thinking that might be a good idea to just for those of us, who are wanting to have love, either we feel we wish we had a relationship, our relationship is in some difficulty, we just feel dissatisfied, and I just feel Spirit's heart to encourage us in our love, in our experience with love. Okay. So maybe I bet that rose was part of it. So let's see. First of all, this is the Divine Dog Wisdom Oracle. So let's see. And pay close attention. Pay close attention, listening. Okay, notice how big these ears are, right? Look at that. And also, look at this blue patch. Can you see the blue patch? The blue is the color of the throat chakra. So interesting. I feel like this reading is going to be geared towards doing twice as much listening as we do talking. Okay, that a good connector in a relationship is your ability to be a good listener and really listen to your own heart, what you're wanting, and also who have you been speaking to that you have not felt connected to. Do you have a loved one that you just wish that you had a deeper connection? There's something about listening. Pay close attention. Okay, so let's put that aside and let's grab the tarot and let's see what guidance there is. Now, dogs are very good listeners. Um, well, sometimes they have a mind of their own, but if you call their name, they pretty much will always look at you. They are attentive. So I love that as we go in here. So this is a love reading. Our key is about listening and paying close attention. What does Spirit have for you, my friends? Have you been looking for love? Hit the thumbs up. That's a way of joining with the energy of this card, of these cards. Okay, let's drop our cards. This reading is about love. What do we need to know? And then adding the card at the bottom of the deck. We will always look at this as our final card. What is it you're not seeing? Okay, let's take a look. I'm so glad Murphy's behind me. As you guys know, I just recently got this deck with Murphy's adorable self on each and every card. And this Four of Wands. Okay, so somebody watching, marriage is important to you. Marriage is something you desire, but you don't have it yet. Notice that Murphy is single here. Okay, so we're on the right track. We're definitely feeling God's spirit to want to encourage those of us who are single and we wish we weren't. Eight of Cups. I'm going to turn them all first before I interpret because these two are really opposite energies, aren't they? If you look at them. I mean, the one is there is this is a single, a person's single, but there's all this festivity there. There's something coming. There is a marriage coming. So for those of you who really want to be connected deeply, whether it's a traditional marriage or just a soulmate relationship, this is your reading, because this is like dark and light, right? There's a great conflict here. There's been some loss. There may be a divorce in your past, or a breakup, or more than one. And the Nine of Wands. Yeah, burdened. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some energy here separating you from the love that you're wanting. There's been, what I would do right now is think about how many significant breakups that you've had. If you're a single looking for love, think about how many significant breakups you've had over time. Just count them up. Okay. And then we're going to save what you're not seeing. You have had to walk away from a lot of relationships, friendships. You may have moved a lot as a child, or you were forced to leave friendships. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with over years that's just what happened for them. That when they were a child, they moved. I went to 4 different elementary schools. I lived in the same city, but I moved 4 times. And every time I moved, I was completely detached and disrupted from my friends. And I know that it's impacted my life. There's like an echo of loss that's followed me through my life because of getting disconnected and reconnected so many times. How many breakups have you had? I have worked with clients who've had 8 or more breakups, and people who are in midlife, or they're over 50, they never found their soulmate, and they've had a track record of a lot of disappointments because they never found that partner. And so that energy, the energy of the loss, is really burdening you. Okay. It's like there's a jail, it's like being in a jail with all of these wands that are behind Murphy. This is my dog, you guys, for those of you who are new here. But he's looking, and he's looking with concern. He's like, what do I do? I can't get through. I can't get through. And there's an energy that happens for people when they're trying to find a partner, but they don't know how to break out of the cycle of failed relationships. There's something that I call FOD. Let me put it in here. FOD. FOD is a affliction. It's an issue that every one of my private clients has come to me with. FOD is fear of disappointment. Fear of disappointment. That fear of being disappointed again is like a jail, and it keeps you from the love that you truly desire. Okay. This rose is a tired rose. I was going to pick a rosebud because I have several, but I was drawn to pick this rose. And this is an emblem of disappointed love. When you first meet someone, it's so great, isn't it? The chemistry's good and you feel so hopeful. But when the bloom is off the rosebud and it approaches a different stage, many relationships dissolve and fall apart. They were not intended to be happily ever afters, they just weren't. I teach my people that when you're dating, when you meet somebody new, there's a 30, 60, 90 situation going on. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. 30 days, you have that new energy. You enjoy them. You have a sense of humor. If they say something inappropriate, you're not upset. You just have more patience with them. But at the end of 30 days, there is an adjustment. That adjustment goes from the having a crush energy to a more sustainable energy where you develop rapport. Rapport is different than the crush energy. because when you develop rapport with someone, there's a deepening. Okay. And so at 30 days, there's a shift. It shifts just slightly. Of course, it's still fun and delicious, but it's not quite the same. And so people start adjusting to that shift, to the good or to the not so good. By 90 days, you will know what path you're on. By 90 days, if you've compromised too much of who you really are just to get along, that's a sign from the universe that it should dissolve. I can't tell you how many people that I work with that are breaking up or in a divorce. And I say, well, when did you first get the first signs that there could be trouble? And they say, the first 2 weeks. And I'm like, really? Really? Think about that, that you started to compromise after only 2 weeks. And that compromise is not the kind that helps nurture a relationship. If you're the only one that's compromising your own hearts and desires, it's just a sign that it's not sustainable. Okay. So this is, I do work with breakups. It's what I'm expert at. I've been working with people with breakups ever since I was in high school, and I would be the friend where people would come and ask for advice. And here I am as a grandmother all those decades later. And my primary purpose is to help people let go of the past when it comes to love. There's no accident that you're here right now. As you're holding that desire, and maybe you have been manifesting and having a vision board and saying affirmations for a long time to bring your soulmate to you, this is your moment. You can do this. You are capable of holding love. It's important for you that you learn how to walk away from the disappointments in your past without looking backwards. You may need assistance, and I am here for you. It's what I do. I help people get over their past and move forward towards love. You can find all the information at manifestfaster.com. And I always do a free consultation, always, where I'll speak to you on the phone and we can talk together and I can explain to you how I can help you. My contact information is on the website, so you can reach out. Now, what are you not seeing, you person who wants to have love more than anything? Oh, beautiful. Yay. My favorite card in the deck. I vibrate strongly with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the master, the mistress, the master of manifesting her heart's desire. She's a fiery, exciting personality. All of us have the potential to plug into this energy. Remember, the tarot is symbolic, and we use the energy of the cards to guide us to continue the guidance that we need to get where we want to go. To have her show up in this position is absolutely stunning. It's stunning. And the reason is, look at the energy difference from the cold of a dark night with the new moon, where there's no moon in the sky, right? From the darkness of the past disappointments to this bright light of a future together with someone. Notice behind the throne is the burst of sunlight. So when she's least expecting it, there is someone coming, and that someone is approaching. I have goosebumps all over my whole body that when this person comes who is your intended, you were, if, now this is how I look at it. Some people are on the planet and their destiny is to be single. My darling Celestial, could you please check out the spiritual meaning of 1010? That's what is showing up at the top of my screen. And everybody, let's thank darling Celestial for being my moderator. So excited to have an assistant here because the reality of mystery, like what I know is, if you are on the planet and your destiny is to be single, you will have singleness as a soothing, peaceful reality. I know single people who have gone through their whole life, or someone right now I know of, she's in her 90s. I believe there was a divorce when she was in her 30s or early 40s. And through the rest of her life, 50 years, she is in 100% peace in her singleness. That is your destiny. However, if you have in your heart the desire to have a relationship, to have a sustainable, ongoing, mutually nurturing, beautiful relationship, I believe it's possible for you because I don't think God would put in your heart the desire to be in a couple and not make it possible for you to have it. If you're lost and you feel like, what are you talking about, Miss Catherine? You don't haven't walked my path. You don't know how hard it is out there. Yes, I do. I have literally hundreds and hundreds of people who have approached me over years to ask for guidance about this very thing because God does not want you to be frustrated or sad about love. There is a way for you to make movement forward. I know how to help you. So let's see what Celestial found. 1010 is the angel number of power. It's a powerful spiritual message signifying a period of personal development, spiritual awakening, and new beginnings. It serves as a nudge from the universe to maintain a positive mindset, trust your intuition, and take action towards that higher purpose of being in a couple. Many times you cannot accomplish this alone. There are countless relationship gurus available to you on this planet. There are tons that can help you. My life purpose is to help people move on after heartbreak. I know that I know what I can do to help you. Okay, several people are married because of our work together. If you need support, please ask for it. It doesn't have to be me, although it's my heart's desire to help people. But this storm that's behind you now, the storm of your past disappointments is behind you. You're still carrying so many burdens from people that hurt you a long time ago. Learning how to tap, learning how to reframe your story from the past can really set you free. You have a promise from Spirit today that if you're willing to do the work it takes to change how you see your past, anything is possible. Now, I want to tell you guys a story about a woman I met at a retreat. It was about 15 years ago. And I asked her, are you single? And this is what she said. She goes, yes, my husband was an alcoholic. He passed away with liver disease. And And for some reason, all of my friends don't think that I'm ready for love. They don't think I'm ready. I don't understand it. And so I said to her, "Well, let me I offer a suggestion?" She said, "Sure." I said, "What if you could change your story a little bit that might change how people look at you because there's so much pain in her experience." And I said, "Let me think about it." And I said, "Okay, what if you said this? Um, my husband was a loving man who fought battles he never could overcome. He's gone now. Can you feel the energy difference on that? We can start to tell a different story about our past that will radiate from us as I'm ready. I am not this person anymore. I am not carrying the pain and the burden of my past breakups anymore. I'm ready. Bring it, right? Bring it, universe. I am ready. So let me give you a little quiz. Okay. It's an easy quiz so that you can, and we're going to do some yes, no's here. Are you really ready for love? Let's check it out. We'll do that in a second. But the quiz is this. Think of one of your most difficult breakups, or if you're a widow or a widower and you lost your mate because they passed away, think about the most difficult departure or breakup that you've had. Okay. And now, in that breakup, I want you to think of the worst day. Think of something you heard, something you saw, something you experienced that was extremely difficult. Okay. Now, how much did it hurt you the day that it happened on a scale of 1 to 10? How impactful was that bad day? Good. Not good that it happened, but good that you're aware. Okay. Now, when you think about that person right now, does your heart still hurt? Do you have anger towards the person? Do you feel lost or alone? Good. Not good that you feel that way, but good that you're aware. How long ago was it? If it was over a year ago, then you owe it to yourself to do a little bit of work, a little personal development work to free yourself from those memories. You owe it to yourself because your future is waiting for you. Your future is waiting for you. Okay. What a powerful reading. I hold out so much hope. I just have such a strong inclination that there are one or two of you listening to me right now who know exactly what I'm talking about being stuck in the cycle of reliving your past and having that dreaded disease of fear of disappointment. The fear of disappointment will keep you away from the love you desire. Okay, now I'm going to pick three different answer cards. And are you ready for love? Is the person you're with the person you're supposed to be with? Hold your question in your mind, and I will draw our first stick. And we have a yes. This is a time for enjoying achievements, rewards, and prosperity. The situation develops calmly and allows you to appreciate your happiness. It gently transforms the situation so that you're given an ideal frame of mind, a necessity for any truth. Okay. Good news there, right? Where you are is where you're supposed to be. What you're working on, it is a yes. Okay. And our second one, we have a no. Circumstances require a more careful approach, much more careful. However, the inviolability of your decisions gives birth to a colossal opportunity and the incredible means for their implementation. But again, be careful. If you're listening, you need to be very careful saying yes if your heart is saying no. If your heart is saying no, listen to that no. Okay. It's so important. Remember, you're building toward a loving future. You're building confidence that you yourself are ready for sustainable love. Celestial, I have 1010 keeps repeating over and over again at the top of my screen. And what it says is the 1010 angel number is a powerful spiritual message signifying a period of personal development, spiritual awakening, and new beginnings. It serves as a nudge from the universe to maintain a positive mindset. Trust your intuition and take action towards your higher purpose. Don't let another day go by where you accept a life that is not worthy of you. Again, you are not alone. I am here. I can create a private video for you. I can pull cards, lots more cards, so that you can build a confident path towards your soulmate. Okay. I'm here for you. Reach out. Now, for our third question, we pick another no. No, you will be flooded with a soft, warm wave of good news. And the news is that you are an amazing person, capable of boundless love and beauty. This no fosters your sturdy desire to act and inventively overcome many unresolved issues. It's what you excel at. This no that we're receiving here is just not yet. That's all it means. Don't give up. Ask someone who loves you for their opinion. Ask them, do you think I still have heartbreak from the past? Your loving friends will tell you the truth. If you look back into your memory and you have someone who betrayed you, who cheated on you, who ghosted you, who put you into no contact, those are all symptoms that I would call of a closed heart, somebody who thinks they're ready for love, but it's not happening. Okay, my friends? All right, moving forward. Let's go forward. I have energy here for a couple of more readings. Murphy went back to um, my bed. That's where he stretches out and naps. We'll be taking a walk afterwards, but fortunately, he's here on the cards. So let's move forward. I'm going to take my divine dog oracle. I'm going to allow spirit to pick the theme for our next reading. These are all going to be time stamped. We have readings about endurance, leadership, playfulness, all kinds of wonderful guidance for you today. We also have a special for mothers. So happy Mother's Day to any moms that are out there. But I know from my own experience, my mom put me in no contact. Can you imagine? But she had her reasons, and she's dead now many years, and I've come to understand her better. And she had so many issues she was dealing with. It's not fair to hold anger towards her. She was just doing the best she can. But at the time, it was a little painful, I will admit. So we do have a reading about moms and mom energy in the mix today. Again, I will be posting timestamps for your convenience. Okay, let's pick, what does the Divine Dog Oracle have for this set of readings? I love these cards so much. Okay. Thank you. Oh gosh, I know he's the sweetest. I love him to pieces. I'm just over the moon with these cards. Okay, let's take a peek, and we have honor. Ooh, this is a good one. Acknowledge you, me, and we. Honor you, me, and we. And when I look at these dogs, they do look identical, don't they? I mean, they really do. But if you look at the expression in all of their eyes, they all have a different look on their face. This one definitely looks sad to me. And this one looks thoughtful. And this one, there's just a slight difference here. But they all are so similar. So, what strikes me right away is, even as humans, we all have experienced life in ways. We've had our feelings hurt, we've had disappointments, we've had exciting times happen, we've had to move. Sometimes when you move when you're young, it's very hard to recover from, where you have to leave all your stuff behind. I've had so many clients that I say, well, what was there anything in your life that, or what's the earliest experience you can remember feeling lost and alone? And they say, well, my parents moved to a different country, or my parents moved to a different state, and they gave away all my stuff. They gave away my clothes, my furniture, and my toys. I'm like, wow, that must have been really hard for them, right? And here, what I'm aware of is floating over their head is something that's out of focus. The trees in the background here have more detail than this bubble of confusion. So there is something here for people who've had confusion in their life. Acknowledge you, me, and we. So let's go forward here, and we'll draw our tarot and see what the cards have to say. Where you maybe didn't feel, maybe you felt invisible. Have you ever, once again, 1010 is at the top of my page. I cannot tell you guys how, I mean, this never happens that I've noticed, where the exact same number keeps coming up over and over again. And so I do want to read it again because I know I have new listeners here. You stopped scrolling to visit. Thank you very much. And let me read it again. 1010. The 1010 angel number is a powerful spiritual message signifying a period of personal development, spiritual awakening, and new beginnings. It serves as a nudge to from the universe to maintain a positive mindset, trust your intuition, and take action towards your higher purpose. Wow. So here we have, well, I'm glad, Celestial, I'm glad. So when we're overcoming the past, it's very easy to blame people. It's easy to blame because it feels better. Like my father was a raging alcoholic, God love him. And for a long time, I held hatred in my soul. I'm not kidding. He acted badly time and time and time again. And there was violence, and there was meanness, and it was not fun to live in that house. When I went to school, that was my safe place. I mean, I felt safe at school. And now that I'm 73, and my grandkids are in school, I know that their safe place is at home. I mean, they love being in their home. And I see the kind of values that my son has and how much he loves them. And he's got a soft place for his children to live. My dad, I had a large family. There were 8 children. I'm the oldest. And it was impossible. I read somewhere about it was like a tribe with no chief. Completely true. My parents were not prepared. They were ill-equipped to handle that many children. Once again, 1010, the top of my screen. And this idea of doing the steps we need to do, whatever it is, to honor our lives. Okay, to honor our lives, to stop blaming people. Sometimes it's counseling. You may need to speak to a counselor, and don't be afraid of that. I did. I had 2 counselors, 3 counselors over my life, and I've worked with a ton of life coaches and tarot healers, and I'm working in art therapy right now. I have been on a journey to figure my life out. A celestial, we moved to 1111. Now, 1111 is a very magical number. So, could you please look that up for us? Maureen is here. Maureen, I'm so glad you're here. When we're trying not to blame other people, we acknowledge that I was there in my situation. They were there in their situation, and we were all connected. And when you start to let yourself heal from the things that you experienced, you will be more whole to be able to acknowledge that each of the people in a dramatic situation have their own experience, and their experience does not need to hold you tight. You can be free of this. So let's take a look. And Maureen, I don't know if you've seen these cards yet, but Murphy, I have a deck with Murphy, and I am so excited and grateful. I'm going to put timestamps on all of the readings today so that you guys can look them up by topic. So we have the Hanged Man. Now, see, this so looks, I mean, honestly, I feel like this was me when I was a little kid. I was helpless to change anything. And I can look, I tend to be a funny person, and I like to make people laugh. And I can recognize that when I was a little kid and tried to distract from all the issues, I can remember when my dad was coming home from work that I would gather up my little brothers and we would try to be quiet so we didn't make him mad. I can remember having knowings. I didn't understand my gifts at the time, but I was in that role of protector. But I was completely helpless. I didn't date in high school. My dad didn't allow it. When I went off to college, it was like the slaves are free, for Pete's sake. But this is funny that this comes out, because what I have found out through the tarot is that the hanged man is an energy where we put ourself into this position, that we put ourself into a place of helpless surrender, okay? Because All of us must take time to figure out why our life is a mess. We have to figure out why we're unhappy. What happened? What's going on? And many times therapy is a big part of it. But where I used to think I was helpless, and I was in a lot of ways, so controlled by those people. But at 73, I can tell you that the times in my life when I've taken time out to figure out what's going on has always changed me forever and given me the ability to forgive people and let go. With my mom, I was there when she passed away. She was very difficult for me. She passed away in 2012. She and I had a very, very hard relationship. I'm not going to go, it's no need to go into details. It just was difficult. But she actually apologized to me on her deathbed. And I was actually with her, holding her hand when she breathed her last breath. And so I'm very fortunate that all the work I had done, the therapy, the tapping, all kinds of tools to help me adjust myself so I could accept her. And I could say, even though she was so hard for me, through working on my own heart, I was able to let go of the things that she did. And she felt that. I knew she could by the end of her life. So if you're listening to me, there's no accident here. Did you look at where's 1111? A powerful spiritual sign of awakening alignment and rapid manifestation. Many people find 1111 a lucky number. You may see 1111 on the clock a lot. Let that be a reminder to you that all things are possible through spirit. There's a Bible scripture that says, um, all things are possible through for people who are called by my name. All things are possible for people who are called by my name. I think that's what it is. So, what we're going to want to do is take control of our own life experience and honor the you, the me, and we. I'm just going to bring this back. This is our oracle card for this section of the readings, where we're honoring you, me, and we to get to that healing where you can honor all of the players in your life drama. Our second card is the Six of Cups. I'm glad to see you too, Patricia Ann, and you'll be excited to see that Murphy is now the star of a tarot deck, and I'm so excited that I was able to get this deck. And we have the Six of Cups. Oh my gosh, you guys, cut it out. This is a card of reminiscence. Wow, I just know Spirit is here today. This is a card of reminiscence, of looking back to our childhood. Maybe our parents weren't like this. Maybe our house wasn't a peaceful cottage in the country where the parents just so graciously and gently handled us. Maybe you didn't grow up like that. I did not. But the truth is that in your childhood, there were glimmers. In your childhood, there were glimmers of love. One of my major ones was my grandmother. She was not a blood relative. She was the wife of my dad's father. They married 1 year before my parents got married. Her name was Ruby, and Ruby was the most wonderful person. She was a teacher and retired when she got married, and my grandfather was her second husband. She took us to the park. She let us stay overnight at her house. We were able to relax with her. It was safe with her. One time, I got my hair cut with her. I went from long hair, and my long hair was a problem child. My mom always put me into braids when I was little, and it hurt my hair. It hurt my head. And then also, one time I remember going to church, and I had all my hair tucked into my coat because I didn't want to comb it. And she reached under my hair and took my hair out to put it on top of my coat, and she was so angry that it wasn't combed out. So I had this painful memories. I just thinking of that now. But anyway, so Ruby took me to get my hair cut. My dad was furious. I have 7 boys. I don't need another boy. He was so angry. And I haven't thought about that in years, you guys. But just to have grown up with fear, I had so much fear. And then what my biggest desire was staying out of trouble. Okay. I don't want to take so much time to tell about my own experience. But when I look at this card, though, the Six of Cups is a tremendous card of hope. If you're here just visiting, I so encourage you to look at the timestamps and go back and listen to some of these readings because you are exactly right. When you said celestial, when you said it goes perfectly with the theme of today's readings, it really does, doesn't it? And that even though your childhood may have been something you did not understand in any way, shape, or form. The promise from Spirit is that you can learn to honor your experiences. Do we honor the harm that happened? No, of course not. But we honor the survivor in you guys. Have you ever watched the show Survivor? I mean, it's actually possible to overcome the hugest obstacles. Oh, you hated having your hair combed, bless you. I don't even know if they had cream rinse back. I mean, I'm 73. So when I look back 60 years ago, I don't even know if they have if they even had cream rinse at the time. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this hair combing energy, you guys. I'm so glad I stayed later. Normally, I finish these readings at 90 minutes, but I just felt drawn to continue. And I'm so glad because this is really a cool reading. The hair combing pain is just one symptom of the harm that can happen. I mean, little did they realize our parents who did these things to us, they didn't do it to be to hurt us. I mean, it was convenient for my hair to go into braids for her, right? She didn't wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to torture Catherine today. I mean, I think I used to believe that years ago before I did healing work. You know, I can remember when I learned tapping, I was going through a time, one of the store I'm not gonna keep telling stories about myself. It's not good. Um, I promise, but I just want to tell you this one. When I was less than 2 years old, I was in the high chair in my kitchen, and I had an infant brother somewhere in the house. My mom went downstairs to change the embers in the furnace. It was a wood burning furnace or something, and she had to clean it out and her clothing caught on fire, you guys. Her skirt caught on fire. She came running up the stairs, ran through the kitchen, out to the snow where she could roll and put out the fire. Now, I have no memory of that at all. I've just been told the story. And Murphy just walked into the room and he's wagging his tail, looking at me. That memory has impressed itself upon me, and I have some PTSD. I startle easily. I was terrified of my dad, and it was a very, very harmful experience for me and for my whole family. I could blame that fire and say, look what happened and it ruined my life. But I did go to therapy and I did have tapping. And so I was having tapping with this lady. And part of tapping is you tap on parts of your body and you repeat what the person is saying. And the tapping therapist said to me, I should have gotten out of my high chair and gone to help her. When I heard that, and I said it with my own voice, I should have gotten out of my high chair. Excuse me. When I heard myself say that thing, I thought I would, of course, I would have been. Murphy just jumped up, you guys, sitting behind me. Gosh, I love him so much. Um, n- I have children. I know how smart they are when they're too scary smart and they can talk. And I know how much I love helping people today. And I know for sure a part of me must have felt that way. And that's where, like, if we can try to honor ourselves honor what we went through and see all this fog, this out of focus here. You may not remember the things that you went through, but you know for sure today where you're stuck, right? Where you can't get traction, can't get that new job, can't find somebody to love you, that you end up sacrificing to stay with somebody who's not good for you and all that. All that's part and parcel of the Six of Cups energy. And the Six of Cups is not a sad card. It isn't. But a lot of people have not made peace with their growing up years yet. They're still carrying the burden of 40 years ago. And that's the step that we're being called to. What are the glimmers from your past? What is something that happened that you could look at and love about your life? I used to climb trees. I love trees. I loved going for walks outside. There were so many things in my childhood that were good, but for years I couldn't see them because I just didn't know how to handle it. So Maureen, happy early Mother's Day to mothers. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for supporting me, you guys. I've gotten emotional a couple times today during the readings. I appreciate your patience. I have a 2 and a 10-year-old, and yes, my 2-year-old is always trying to help his older brother. Oh, isn't that something? Oh, bless you, young mom. Happy Mother's Day to you, Celestial. And thank you for taking the time to be here with me, even though you're a busy mom. Yeah, flying kites. And so that's something when you fly kites with your kids, how fun for you. Because I don't even know, it makes me want to get a kite. And it's so windy here in Tennessee. I could get a kite. I want to. I want to get a kite. I will. And thank you. You've inspired me, Celestial Moon Bunny, and many tiny pets. Awesome. Yeah, and there's joy in that. There is joy. I mean, once you do have a little bit of healing, you can start to access the joy of your childhood. And Patricia Ann loves spending time at the beach and enjoy my friends at the beach. Yeah, absolutely. When's the last time you've been to the beach? And many times we can touch our hearts by doing something we did as a kid. Here in Tennessee, I've created a park right in the woods near my house where I have paths. I'll put a video. I do have a video, so keep your eye peeled, you guys. I'm gonna post it today where I posted myself walking in the woods. Okay, and we have 5 of swords. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. We do have so many disappointments. You would not be human if you didn't have life disappointing you, right? That's the thing about AI. There's all that controversy about AI, and AI does awesome tarot readings. I mean, it's scary how good they are, but they have no human experience, right? So AI has never been disappointed. That's something they can't experience, but you have experienced so many times where there was fighting going on and you had to deal with people who were dishonorable. You had to stand up for yourself in ways that were difficult. You've been through a lot of battles. Notice the storm in the background. Some of the people that left your life, it's a good thing. I mean, I have family members that I'm out of contact with. We are completely detached from one another's value systems. We're not in alignment spiritually. There's certain people that is not in either of us's highest good to be together right now, and I have to be at peace with fighting the battles that keep me safe. Okay. So this energy is all around um, allowing the conflict from the past to do its work. When you are going through the process of learning about your childhood, now I'm doing inner child work and art therapy right now. Those are my current choices. I went through conventional therapy a couple of times when I was in crisis, and it totally helped me. It helped me make decisions about my health and about leaving a marriage many years ago. I needed a counselor to help me because I could not give myself permission to leave that marriage. And I'll never forget it. We were talking one day, and she said, and I said, I can't leave. I was married 29 years. I was like, I can't leave. I feel like I'm abandoning the ship. My therapist said to me, Catherine, there's no more ship. You are clinging to a piece of driftwood in the middle of the ocean. That really got my attention. It took me a lot of work. I took antidepressants for a while. I let myself be in therapy. I remember I said to her, I hate therapy, but I kind of love it too. And she said, look at it like two sides of the same coin. It's uncomfortable to peel back some of the layers, but it's so healing to have professional support. Absolutely. Sometimes another person's point of view helps us from a different view. That's so true. That's what I do with my private work with my clients, with the cards and working with art therapy. Now I can teach art therapy and also the tapping. I am a facilitator and I can help people go to healing, but there's some things I cannot do. And I often refer my people to therapy because I'm not skilled in psychotherapy or counseling. And I'm the first person to refer you there if you need it. But sometimes we get so stuck in the storm of other people's behaviors. We may even betray ourselves that we are don't even treat ourselves well because we don't know how, right? If you were raised with insecurity, you might be terrible at self-care. I mean, we had one of our readings today was about being a workaholic and work, like there when there's work to be done, there's no time for fun. Somehow I picked that up as a belief. I don't even know from where, but I do know that after my mom's accident, I was very much put in charge of a lot of things. I remember changing diapers on my little brothers when they had to put their feet on my shoulder. I would say hike up, and they would lift up their little rear ends, and I would slide the diaper underneath. And we used pins back then. There were no disposable diapers, and I can only imagine how many times I must have pinned them and caused pain. I mean, I don't remember a lot of my childhood. It was very it's just blanked out. But I do know that I did a lot of cooking. I did a lot of motherly tasks. One of my brothers, as an adult, told me, "You were more of a mom to me than mom." And so, because of that, I think that's why I'm really enjoying the inner child, right now, and spending time in the woods. It's all decorated with ribbons and fairy statues. I'll give you a tour. Tune in. I'll post it today. And also when I'm with Murphy and how he brings that childlike part out of myself. I also had a little black and white dog when I was little. Her name was Dilly. Anyway, sorry to be boring you with all these personal stories today. What are we not seeing here? What are we not seeing about coming to grips with the way we grew up? Ten of Pentacles, duh, wish come true, wish come true, wish come true, wish come true. What you're not seeing, my friend, is that when you bravely surrender to the healing process, when you say yes, when you honor all of the parts of yourself, the parts that are cut off right now, the sad parts, the, oh, I guess I'll just have to put up with it parts, the, oh, I wonder if I'll ever find someone to love me. When we learn to honor all the parts of ourself, we step into an amazing life. I am testament to that, that no matter what has happened, I've been resilient. And I can tell people over and over again, even though I don't know how, everything always works out somehow. Even though I don't know how, everything always works out somehow. Even though I don't know how, everything always works out somehow. The irony, my dad and I never had a reconciliation of any kind. But my mom, I was there with her, and when she passed away in 2012, she apologized to me 4 times. And I was able to experience that. I had let go and forgiven her years before because I really think she had some mental illness issues. Some of what she did was unexplainable, but we were both at peace when she left. I remember when she passed, I sat there in the room, um, and I was undisturbed 2 hours, held her hand for 2 hours, and I didn't cry, but I was just with her. And and then she donated her body to science, and so did I signed the papers recently. I can't tell you how freeing it was for me, because there's no payment for a funeral, and they use your body for science to discover things. And I felt 100% that was a hell yes for me. And so for her, this young man came into the room to take her body, and I asked if I could say some words, and one of my brothers was with me, and we commissioned her spirit. I can't tell you what I said, but it was such a precious time, and departed. But those 2 hours that I spent there, I could not have done it. Yeah, there's no way I could have done what I did had I not done the work to surrender to healing. It would have been impossible. So please, if you're struggling and you really need a hand, I'm here for you. And of course, I would love to help you, but I'm not the only helper. There are literally legions of helpers. On the other side, you have spirit guides and angels and the Creator Himself helping. And even being here today, the clock is on your side that you're here, and the people that surround you, primarily strangers. I mean, this week, when you go through your week, notice how friendly strangers are. The lady at the store when you check out, when your mailman comes. Yesterday, the FedEx guy came to my house. He left a dog biscuit with the package for Murphy because he could hear him barking. Murphy is sitting behind me on my chair right now. It's really amazing how he does sense when I am emotional. I have to pay attention to it, but just that he brings his presence. I wish I had another camera so I could show you. I'm scratching his chin right now. But the bottom line is, see all the family behind the dog, behind Murphy? It's possible for you to make peace with all of those past people, and you don't need them to do a darn thing. I'm not even kidding. I work regularly with Honopono. And I don't know if you're familiar with that. I love Honopono. But healing techniques that I just don't allow myself to fall down a pit of despair when somebody in my life is acting out or it's a bad day. I will not give in to that garbage anymore. And if I can learn how to do it, you guys can too. Okay, now this is it. We're going to pull our yes no sticks. I love this little box of sticks. And what we've learned today is that when we get a no, when spirit says no, it just means not yet, or you need more information. So don't be intimidated. Hold a feeling, a question in your mind, and I will pull a stick. I'm going to do 3 questions. Yep. Yes, no. It needs to be answered with a yes or a no. So think of your question, my friend, and let's see what we have. And we have a yes. Get ready for a series of amazing coincidences. They come from nowhere, but the result is what makes your life so sensationally rich and rare. Your special vibrations attract special events. They always have. There is going to be something happen this week. You will cross paths with someone, you'll hear something, and you'll remember this reading and you'll think, wow. Second question. So if you didn't get your answer yet, hold your question. Yana, Welcome. All these readings are time-stamped today, so you're going to want to check them out. They've been fabulous. And so right now, Yana, think of a question you need a yes, no answer for, okay? And you don't have to write it, it's just between you and spirit. So think of your question, and here's your answer. No. Sweet victory. Now, it doesn't seem like a no would be a victory, would it? But these sticks are so wise. Sweet victory. Mountains that stood in the way of your cherished goals are crumbling. Regardless, all resources must be used. The situation still requires perseverance and the unorthodox ability to stay ahead of all problems. It is the foundation for any success. Read that again. Okay, I'm going to read it again. No, sweet victory. Mountains that stood in the way of your cherished goals are crumbling. Regardless, all resources must be used. The situation still requires perseverance and the unorthodox ability to stay ahead of problems. It is the foundation for any success. Read that again. So if you're in a not yet, if you are so wishing that it would have been a yes, it's simply showing that you're not ready. Okay. Chances are there's some choices you need to make in your personal development work. This is the easy way to check. Okay. Think of some human who's disappointed you. Could be a parent, could be a former employee, could be your neighbor. Think of somebody that's hurt your feelings in the past. Okay. Just let that person rise to your consciousness. Now, how much did it bother you when the thing happened? When they did it, how upset were you? Scale of 1 to 10. Now, today, as you remember this hurtful incident, how strong is the echo of that disappointment? Scale of 1 to 10. One is, I remember it, but it doesn't bother me anymore. And 10 is a spike of pain. If you still carry pain about a past person, it's a sign that you do need to surrender to the healing journey. There's a part of your personality, a part of your life choices that are still being controlled by pain. Again, therapy is often the best course. But if tarot reading, tapping, and energy tools are something that you love using in your healing practice, I do hope you would choose me. I do. I wish that you would go to my website, find the contact form, and reach out. And I always give a free consultation if that's what you want. Do you want to speak to me first to see what the reading might do for you? All you have to do is fill out the form, and I'm happy to do that, my friend. Okay, so let's see. This is our last one. So think of a question that you really want a yes no answer to. So a yes no question, and our answer is yes. Good news and joyful events explode into your life. It arrives like the light at the end of a dark tunnel. Hope and inspiration return for a quick resolution to this situation. Expect unusual offers to come to you, providing you with boundless good luck. Words and ideas are your greatest tools. I am so glad that that is our last card, our last stick for the day, because in the beginning, we had a reading about endurance, and we had a reading about how you may be tired of going through what it is that you're going through. I don't blame you. If you feel stuck, I can pretty much promise you that energy work is the way to go. I did have a lot of therapy before I found energy work. Even these cards are healing tools. The fact that these cards brought me to tears a couple times today, it just shows that even as your reader, I still am going through layers and layers of personal experiences that are making way for something new to develop. I am so appreciative of each and every one of you for joining me today. I will be posting the timestamps from the whole morning's readings. Plus, I'm going to post a tour of my fairy forest. So do please watch for it and make a comment, because wouldn't it be cool? I live in Tennessee, but wouldn't it be cool if y'all could come and walk in my forest with me? And that might not be possible, but through our imaginations, we can be together. So I'm going to release you to the rest of your day. Go forth and prosper. Oh, you're welcome, Yana. Thank you for spending time with me. And I will see you next Saturday for our next tarot gathering. Reach out, make comments on my posts in any way that I can support you. You let me know. Okay. I just love you so much. Bye from Murphy and me. See you next time.